Hello and welcome. I am the Sauntering Spellcaster, sauntering through your mind. I am still getting used to this whole streaming thing. It's kind of strange. I try to do the stream and sometimes I'll end it by accident, even though I'm trying to start it. Anyhow, let's start a new chapter. It is an age of strife and bloodshed, which threatens to consume an entire nation. In the shadows cast by the fires of chaos, a shinobi is given a mission of paramount importance. Into a castle filled with deadly traps and wary enemies, he must venture, that he might free a prisoner of singular talents. Yet will the shinobi carry out his task with a merciful heart, or will he put his every enemy to the sword?
You've kept me waiting long enough. Speak.
I am pleased to report that, after a struggle, we finally managed to capture our quarry.
So, he's mine at last.
I've added the finishing touches to my puppet too, my lord. All that remains is to peel back the man's skin and replace his internal components. We shall begin work tomorrow, at dawn.
Very good.
Allow me to attend to his soul, my lord. For I do miss the taste of sweet, noble essence.
Very well. Soon the fires of war shall rage across Japan once more. And all will be mine!
My lord.
A little late, aren't we?
I am ready to depart.
Are you now? And what would become of the Emma Shinobi were you to fall? Oh? No, I will not allow it. Indeed, I would sooner go myself than send you.
My lord.
Perhaps there is another, then, who might be up to the task.
But, my lord, surely there is no other shinobi capable of carrying out such a difficult mission. Unless... yes. There is another who may suffice. His training is incomplete, yet he shows great promise.
Uh-huh. And his name?
My lord, the youth is called...
And here we have the main character of this chapter, Oboromaru. I'm keeping the default names, and quite simply, I like his name. I think it's neat. But yeah, Oboromaru. Yes.
As you will recall...
Ah, yes. That one I know. Go and fetch him, then.
There is no need, for he has shadowed me from the first.
Impressive. Now then, yours is a secret mission of the greatest import. Are you familiar with the details?
I will say I would hear them again, even though I know what it's about, because not everyone here is familiar with it.
I would hear them again.
The Ode. You know the clan, I'm sure. They are but one of many seeking to turn these troubled times to their advantage and overthrow the Tokugawa shogunate. Such is Lord Odeyo's ambition. Your mission is to infiltrate his castle and rescue a man who's been held captive there. How you achieve this is up to you. You may traverse the halls, a silent shadow, or paint them red with other blood. However, failure is not an option. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, my lord.
Then go, young shinobi.
Wait! Before you leave, I will share with you my secret technique. Should you find yourself beset by enemies, it will serve you well. For with it, you can melt into the shadows and become invisible. We haven't a moment to lose. You must master the skill during your mission. I've no doubt you will. You always were a fast learner. Good luck!
You bear a heavy burden, young shinobi. The fate of the Emma, nay, the fate of all Japan, shall be shaped by your deeds tonight. They would call it the Bakumatsu. A time when feudal factions fought against the forces of modernity, when men of politics and ambition wrestled for power. While men of subtle talents worked in shadow to shape events, their accomplishments unwritten. the ones known as shinobi. This is the tale of the greatest of the Ember. Who, like all, must walk a knife edge between life and death.
Oboromaru carries with him a rough sketch of Ode Castle and its various buildings. Plus minus to view this sketch and confirm your present location. Oboromaru can execute the Shadowed Self technique while infiltrating Ode Castle. By holding Y, he can hide himself and any allies from wandering enemies until the danger has passed. This chapter is all about patterns. It is all about figuring things out bit by bit. It's interesting to note that the Inma, as far as I understand it, they were a real ninja clan. They actually existed. I think that's neat. It's also neat that the jutsu that Oboromaru is using, where he's hiding behind a sheet, that also has a basis in real life. I think that's kind of cool, you know? There is so much cool stuff. There really is going on with this chapter. I'm not super familiar with Japanese history, but there's some interesting things they do with this chapter to play around Japanese history. I think it's cool.
Now then, let's go over the hourly passwords once more. Mountain!
River. Potato. I mean,
An imposter! Take him away! This method allows us to tell friend from foe with ease. Right. Back to your posts. And if you hear the bell, you know what to do.
sir.
The Ode clan uses a password system as a defense against infiltration by spies and shinobi. When confronted by a guard, you will need to say either river or origin to avoid combat. Every time you hear a bell rung, the password will change, so pay attention and make sure you do not say the wrong one. Interesting thing about the passwords. In the original SNES game, the game did not remind you of the passwords. In the remake, every time the bell rings, Oboromaru will make a note about the passwords. Just a neat little quality of life change. Chainmail. And yes, historically, ninja did wear chainmail. I think that's kind of neat. You also are going to be doing a lot of backtracking in this chapter. I am going to be going for the no-kill run. And whether you do the no-kill run or the kill everyone run, you're still going to be doing a whole lot of backtracking. That's just the nature of this chapter, really. Also, sometimes you'll come across a wall with a panel like this, and some of them will actually move.
There's the bell.
And yeah, Oboromaru made the note about the passwords. I did not hear what he said though, I kind of ran past it. That can happen as you're playing. I love the battle theme of this chapter. However, we're not trying to kill anyone, so let's run away. When you run away, you're given a little time to to escape. There's a merchant guy here. It's locked. We don't have a key, so we'll have to find a key. Let's equip the chainmail. Ah. Mountain River. Oh no. Yeah, I guess that means the real password was Origin. But that's okay. It's not too big of a problem if that happens. Because Oboromaru is smart. He knows how to get out of these kinds of situations. Mountain Origin. See? You saw the ninja guy go in there. This chapter has a lot of little things like that. I don't remember if this guy is a trap or not, so I'm gonna err on the side of caution and not mess with him.
There's the bell.
Yep, that's just a way around. Is this guy gonna leave? Mountain River.
We did it, Papa!
Shh. Keep your voice down. Aye, you're right. Now comes the hard part.
I know, Papa. 1,000 ryo. That's all we need to steal for the Watanabe clan.
To restore us to our former glory. And share with the townsfolk, too. They'll surely honor us as gallant rogues.
Then let's hurry, Papa.
Wait. We must proceed with caution. This attic may be riddled with traps. Just leave it to me.
Papa?
Huh?
Be careful.
Of course.
Wait. Someone's skulking about the attic.
This rat won't be caught so easily!
Well done, Papa.
What now, samurai?
Found you!
Papa? Papa!
And that is the third instance of the Watanabe joke in this game. But it teaches us a valuable lesson. This attic, and any attic like it, is indeed riddled with traps. We have to proceed with caution. Well, we definitely need that key. Hiding the storehouse key in the storehouse. Clever. Although, if you have a hard time getting in, that's also not the smartest.
And what have we here? Oh, I rather think this would be wasted on me.
Not at all, not at all. My lord is much too modest. One might even say the gods themselves fashioned it for you alone. Well, if it is not to your liking, I've something else to offer. The item of which we spoke before?
Well, do I recall it? You indulge me too much, you old rascal.
And you flatter me, for mine own appetites pale in comparison to my lord's.
So some of the people here, if you give them different items, you might be able to get something out of them. Good to know. A Koban. That had nothing. And that also had nothing. Oh man, the Watanabe clan wasn't gonna get anything from that anyway. Now I just feel sad for them. Yeah, Koban, otherwise known as money, back in the day. And yeah, that's a key item for a reason. Password is origin now. But yeah, money is a key item for a reason. A reminder about the time. Very important to keep in mind in this chapter. We don't travel all that fast when we're crawling, but we're not really meant to. We get a slice of Castella cake, which is the healing item for this chapter. And you see all these mice? They're pretty easy to sneak past, but these mice will become more of a hindrance later. Ooh, tabby socks. Okay. Let's equip our new stuff. Yeah. Imbued with the blessing of a god of water. That's cool.
Wonderful, wonderful!
Oh, my lord!
That was weird. I noticed on my last video that someone left a like. I want to say thank you for that. You didn't have to do it, whoever you were, but you did. And that's good. That means I'm making something that people enjoy. So whoever left that like, I hope you're having a wonderful day. No. Yeah, sometimes you have to hide in the attic as well. It might be a little difficult to sneak past that guy, but we will. We will sneak past so many people. I don't think you can sneak past that guy, though.
There's the bell.
I love these segments where you're on the roof. Cause let's be honest, no one would look on the roof. Hardly anyone ever looks up. That's the whole basis for the Tanuki Gakure no Jutsu. You hide at a 45-degree angle facing up in a corner. Because most people don't look up. So I think it's cool that, you know, we're doing that. Do not go up here, it is a trap. I love how this game delivers lessons to you. it is actually going to be important for us to fall down into some of these traps, because that's actually how you get some really good items. I don't know if that one gives you an item, but let's fall down it anyway, just so we can see where it leads us. And look where it takes us. It takes us back here, over near the beginning of the game. That could be useful. It's not always a bad idea to fall into a trap.
There's the bell.
And we've been through here before. Yep. We've been through here. So, you might be wondering, if we're not killing anyone, how are we going to level up? There's a way around that. There is a way to gain experience even on the no kill run. We'll get to that in time. First, we gotta get back to where we were. That's locked. You don't have to give them the password again because you already did. Wait, how did the mouse get back? Did the mouse climb all the way back up here? That's impressive if it did.
There's the bell.
We can keep going up this way, but we can also come down here. Oh wait, no, I do not want to be here yet. That's for something way later. Empty. Ooh, the storehouse key. I will gladly take that. And some cake. I will also gladly take that. Thank you, little mouse. You are going to be very annoying to deal with later. Yep, this is the gear room. You gotta be careful which way the gears are going. These levers will change which direction some of the gears go. If they're not going the right way, you can't climb them. Hook and rope. I wonder if we can use that.
I could tie a rope here to create a shortcut.
And indeed we can. No, we don't have to worry about going all the way around. Pull the lever. And now we can get across. Very cool.
There's the bell.
Can't go on that conveyor belt. Some of them don't go in the right direction. And now we can go back around when we go that way. Can't go on that conveyor belt. Can't go on that one either. Another lever we can pull for those. Definitely want to get this treasure chest. Ooh, Fujin scroll. That's a pretty neat little item. Yeah, it gives you a pretty powerful little wind attack. I think that's cool. Yeah, don't worry about accidentally screwing yourself out of the levers. When you activate them, you can't change them again. That'll be useful. Can I activate that lever? I should be able to. No. No. This one? There we go. I love the aesthetic of this castle with all of the gears and, you know, the ancient Japanese architecture and all. Well, I guess it's not ancient. I mean, the Bakumatsu was, you know, throughout the 1800s primarily. You know, that's not super ancient. But it is an interesting period in history. It really is. It really is interesting how history shapes, you know, what we consider, you know, to be normal. For instance,
There's the bell.
For instance, zippers first appeared commercially at the Chicago World's Fair in the 1800s. It's also when Hershey's stepped into the scene. There's a lot of stuff that stepped into the scene for Japan around this time as well. You really begin to see the samurai cast kind of become a thing of the past around this time, as you have the shogunate and the emperor. You know, the conflict that winds up happening around this time period is you have forces that are loyal to the shogun who are primarily against Western influence, but then you also have forces who they want Japan to modernize, and they see that the Emperor Meiji, he wants to modernize Japan. So you wind up having this civil war that occurs, and historically the revolutionaries win. Meiji is, as the emperor, he is put in charge of Japan. The borders are opened, trade becomes more prevalent, and Western influence becomes way more pronounced. After that, you get the Taisho period, which
There's the bell.
The Taisho period is where you begin to see Tankoban, and literacy winds up becoming more prevalent in Japan. There's a lot of really interesting things that happen during this period in time in the history of Japan. It's honestly pretty neat. Save a lot in this chapter. Saving will help you tremendously.
I could tie a rope here.
These hook and rope shortcuts are going to help us tremendously later on when we have to do a whole lot of backtracking. Boom, a shuriken, okay. You know, it really is interesting, speaking of shuriken, despite, you know, the Fuma shuriken kind of becoming mimetic with ninjas, the giant shuriken, that really wasn't much of a thing historically. Shuriken were more used as a tool than anything else. They're pretty neat though, I like shuriken. And an Inma Charm, which is not a piece of equipment, but is a weapon. Okay, I want to go back up there just to see if there's anything I missed. Also, if I remember right, there's actually a really good piece of equipment you can get if you fall into one of these traps. I just don't remember which one.
There's the bell.
Oboromaru, I really don't think remembering the password is really the best when you're on top of a pitfall trap. It's a good thing that we didn't fall down, but yeah, that was kind of awkward. Shinobi Wrist Guard. Okay, I'm wondering if it might be this one, but I'm not quite sure. Okay. There's the exit. I'm wondering if it's this one. No one's ever escaped while you were on guard duty, huh? We'll see about that. Thanks for opening the door for me. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different prisoners in here. Including the guy we're actually supposed to save. He's right here. We actually don't want to save him yet. But that's where he is. That's where the prisoner is. But yeah, we don't want to save him quite yet. If you're wanting to do the no-kill run, it is imperative that you do not save him yet.
There's the bell.
How am I supposed to get out of here? I'm trying to remember. Oh wait, that's how. Okay. Are you the ninja that I think you are? Because there's a ninja here that we actually do want to free. but we don't have the prison key yet. No. No. And look, we're in the water with a little bamboo snorkel. No, no, no. This big old shadow, you do not want to touch it. Stay away from me. I will deal with you later. Stay away from me. Yeah, that shadow is the chapter's optional super boss. We are not nearly prepared to fight that thing yet. No. Okay, nothing over here. Except people. But I don't really want to fight the people. Okay, no, I do not want to be in the path of Shuttered Lanterns. That's for another optional boss in this chapter. And I am not nearly ready to fight any of the optional bosses in this chapter. Oh! I didn't know we absorbed water tiles. Also, we have a damage resistance to spirit. Kinda cool. I didn't know that about the water tile absorption. That's actually pretty cool. Kentetsu. Yeah, if you look at Oboromaru's stats, he is crazy fast. He is ridiculously fast. He's kind of fragile, though. Okay. Can I get this? Oh, okay, I can. I was really worried for a bit there. Izanagi Scroll. Another pretty neat item, actually. It's just a really good healing item. Pretty cool. Also, Izanagi in Japanese mythology is one of the creator gods of Japan. He was the husband of Izanami, who, you know, Izanami was his wife and also his sister. They had a falling out, and according to Japanese mythology, that's why Izanami goes around killing people. Yeah, if I ever play through Persona 4, we'll talk about Izanami and Izanagi way more. I do want to play through the Persona series, but I gotta take things one game at a time. You have to do it one bit at a time. Open the Castle Keep gates? Yes. We're not gonna go through there just yet, but that is a super helpful shortcut. It is entirely worth it to do this. Oh, wait, hold up. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm supposed to go into that room yet. If that's the room I think it is, I do not want to go in there yet. Okay, we'll deal with this guy we'll deal with this guy later, because he's actually kind of important. Don't want to mess with you. Can't get past that guy unless you kill him, and I don't want to do that. So let's head through here, because we unlocked it. And look where it takes us.
Very well.
It takes us outside to where the storehouse was. Pretty useful. And hey, we got the key to the storehouse earlier. So let's unlock it.
There's the bell.
This is spooky. I mean, there's just a random lady here and a whole bunch of Kitsune Bee. Little fireballs. yokai, spirits. This is actually how you're gonna level up in this chapter if you're doing the pacifist run. This room right here is going to become your friend. You are going to spend a lot of time in here because this is the only way you can level up if you're doing the no-kill run. And it's a lost soul. Well, let's send it on its way.
Be at peace.
Water spout. That attack's going to be really helpful for all the grinding we're about to do. Also, do not mess with that lady. If you do, it'll be impossible to grind here. Shrimp rice ball. Shrimp rice ball. I don't really know how smart it would be to keep something like shrimp on you as a ninja. I know historically that ninja would actually create hunger balls using things like potato flour and such. There's a book. It's an actual ninja book called the Bunsen Shukai that actually has a lot of those kind of things about ninja, like what they ate, some of the tools they used, a lot of their philosophy. I think it's fascinating. Speaking of ninja skills, let's look at Oboromaru's abilities. And again, Oboromaru, much like all the other characters, does interesting things in the menu. I think that's cool. He's ever vigilant, even in the pause screen. Shadow Slash, cut an enemy with a single swift stroke. Crossflare, wound and disorient surrounding enemies with a blinding slash. The difference is this one has a bigger range. Firefly's Wake, wield shinobi fire arts to transform the ground into a fiery inferno. This creates fire tiles, if I remember right. And ninja were big on pyrotechnics. They were really big on pyrotechnics. They were some of the first to adopt gunpowder in feudal Japan way back in the day. They had recipes for all kinds of different explosives. There's actually an island in Japan called Tanegashima, where pirates became famous there for creating and smuggling their own guns way back in the day. Water spout, wield shinobi water arts to call forth geysers of water to drown enemies and flood the ground beneath them. Remember how it said we can absorb water tiles? If I remember right, this attack creates water tiles. It's either this one or another attack we'll get. But, that's our attacks so far. Ode Shuriken, Genji Tabi, Izanagi Scroll, Money, and a Top Knot. Let's equip our new items. It wouldn't be a JRPG made by Square back in the 90s if you didn't have equipment named after Genji. Although Genji was like, if this is supposed to be a reference to if this is a reference to Genji Monogatari, Genji in that wasn't really a fighter. He was like a nobleman who was also a womanizer. But I don't know. Maybe they're referring to a different Genji with that. I don't know. Also, Top Knot. When it says it's the unmistakable proof of a true warrior's conviction, yeah, Top Knots back in the day were a big deal. They were a sign of your fealty to your lord. And having it cut off would have been seen as a major disgrace. It really is interesting how things like hair and clothing can mean very different things in different cultures and time periods. I think that's cool. I really do.
The waters I command. Be at peace.
Firefall. So, we cleared out all the ghosts. But, watch what happens when we leave and come back
There's the bell.
inside. If you leave and come back in, there's more ghosts you can fight.
Be at peace. I take what is given, nothing else.
Poison Mist. Yeah, Oboromaru has a ton of elemental attacks. Oboromaru has a... He has a lot going for him. He's able to set up different tiles. He has a lot of elemental attacks. Some of the attacks he has later have a chance to instantly kill enemies. He's got some interesting tools. He really does.
The waters I command. Be at peace.
Alright. So, if I remember right, there's something else we can actually unlock because we have the key. There was that bit earlier where we couldn't get in because it was locked. I'm gonna see if I can't get back there because unlocking it is actually really important. And look, we saw this bridge in the beginning of the game when they had the overview of the castle. If I remember right, it's something around here you can unlock. Castella cake. Castella cake. I really don't know. I don't know what it is with this chapter in particular in Castella cake, but that is the most common healing item in this chapter. I don't know if I've ever had Castella cake. I wonder if it's any good. I bet it is.
There's the bell.
And look where we are. We're back at the entrance. If I remember right, it's actually over here we needed to go. Remember? This was locked. But we have the storehouse key. So now we can get in. It's just a random item sitting out there? This feels like a trap. I'm gonna save just in case it is. Oh. Well, it was a trap, but it's not an impossible trap, and I'm so thankful that's the case. Dungeon key. And with that, we can free the prisoner. But we're not gonna do that yet. Go away, please. Thank you.
There's the bell.
you want to explore just about every place in the castle that you can. You want to get as many items as you can, and you want to get as many of the treasure boxes as you can. And the reason why is simple. If you don't, it's actually impossible to beat this chapter on a no-kill run. You need to get as many treasure chests as you can. Oh no. Okay, I'm trying to remember if one of these is actually real. Nope. Okay, maybe it's this last one? Nope. Okay, I'm trying to remember if those are actually real treasure chests or if those are just traps. Mountain... River? Oh, wait a second. I don't think I'm quite supposed to be over here yet. I definitely want what's down there, though. I'm gonna save here, because if this is where I think it is, I actually don't want to be here yet. Okay. But yeah, I don't think I want to go up into that room yet.
There's the bell.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. I think it might actually be one of these that takes me to the thing I'm hoping I can get. I know falling into one of these traps, you can actually get a pretty nice little piece of equipment. Besides, we needed to come back here anyway. Not you. Not these guys either. Do not free either of them. Or that guy. That's how you get out. Okay, if I remember right, this is the guy you want to free. He's not the prisoner, but he is going to save us. If this is who I think it is.
Goemon is my name. Are you a goodly soul come to free me, friend?
Yes, I am.
Go in peace.
You have my most sincere gratitude. One day, I shall repay you for this act of kindness. I bid you farewell.
So, that guy, Goemon. This chapter has a whole lot of references to actual historical people, and Goemon is indeed one of them. Ishikawa Goemon was a real-life guy who he became famous for stealing from corrupt nobles, and he became a folk hero of sorts back in the day. He was born August 24th.
There's the bell.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the rest of this in the pause menu so we don't get interrupted. Okay. So Ishikawa Goemon was born August 24th, 1558, and he died October 8th, 1594. He stole, from corrupt nobles to give back to the poor. He and his son would later be boiled alive in oil. That's how they were executed. They attempted to assassinate Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and because they failed, they wound up getting executed. He was apparently a ninja, but Japanese media loves to portray Goemon as being one of the greatest ninja of all time, straight up giving him supernatural powers. He is a persona in Persona 5. He's the basis for the character of Goemon in Lupin the Third. Goemon shows up in a whole lot of Japanese media. He also is a prominent figure in ukiyo-e art and in kabuki theater. I think that's kind of cool. I really do. Apparently, one of the earliest records we actually have of Ishikawa Goemon is from a biography of Hideyoshi from 1642. Also, according to rumor, he also tried to assassinate Oda Nobunaga, who Ode Io is meant to be an homage to Oda Nobunaga. I figure we can talk about Oda Nobunaga later. There are multiple records and backgrounds to Goemon. Some say he was born Sanada Kuranoshin in a samurai family in Iga province. Others say that his given name was Gorokizu, that he came from Kawachi province, and that he wasn't a runaway ninja at all. I have to admit, I'm not really sure what the truth is when it comes to Goemon. But he really is an interesting figure. He really is. So there are also many conflicting records about his death. One says that he tried to assassinate Hideyoshi to avenge the death of his wife and the capture of his son. So he snuck into Fushimi Castle, knocked a bell off the table. The noise awoke Hideyoshi. He was captured, and he was sentenced to being boiled alive in an iron cauldron alongside his son. Which, if you are caught up with One Piece, yes, that is also an homage to Goemon with how Odin is executed. So, another record of his death says that he wanted to kill Hideyoshi because Hideyoshi was a tyrant. So he hid in Hideyoshi's room, but he was detected, according to legend, by an incense burner, apparently. So that's weird, but kind of cool. And he and his whole family were executed by being boiled alive. The one thing that seems to be a common factor is that the man was boiled alive. But it seems fairly certain he was boiled alive, but the date of his death is in dispute. So that's kind of interesting. And there are several Kabuki plays named after him. I've never actually seen a Kabuki play. I like theater and stage productions though, so maybe one day I'll find a version of it online and watch it. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Also, in Persona 5, you see Goemon with a absolutely gigantic smoking pipe. Apparently that comes from Kabuki theater, where Kabuki actors portraying Goemon would just have gigantic smoking pipes for whatever reason. So, interesting. Another interesting thing about Goemon, he's either portrayed as being a really slender guy, or he's portrayed as being like absolutely jacked. There are no in-betweens. He's either a slim dude or he is like jacked to the gills. But yeah, he's a pretty interesting character. He really is. I think he's pretty cool. He's kind of the Japanese cultural equivalent to Robin Hood. Anyway, now that we have freed Goemon, he said he would repay us for our kindness. So, let's see how the man's gonna repay us. I need to get back to the front. Like I said, there is a lot of backtracking in this chapter.
Very well.
Trust me though, it is worth your while to backtrack. It really is. And would you look at that? This treasure chest we took already, but now there's something in it. And it's money.
There's something written here.
Never fear, Goemon's here. Living up to the legend, the man is distributing money to, the man is distributing money as a robber hero. And without that, it would be impossible to actually beat this chapter with the no-kill run. So, thank you, Goemon. You really do live up to your heroic reputation. Leave me alone. Yeah, we're going to go back to places we've been to try and find treasure we haven't to try and find treasure chests that Goemon has put money in. I love this chapter. The art design in this chapter is so cool. Okay, I know he fills more of the treasure chests. I'm just trying to find out which ones he does that to. This is one of the longest chapters in the entire game. It's a fun chapter, but there are a lot of moving parts to this one.
There's the bell.
No, that one's not it either. Huh. Maybe I just have to progress the story a bit more and Goemon will fill up more of the treasure chest. Also, I'm wondering if it's that one that I need to pull down. Okay. Let's see if it's this one. Nope. Oh well, I know how to get out of here, so I'm not super worried. Well, that didn't work. I know that, there's actually a decent piece of equipment you can get for falling into a trap, but I can't remember where it is. We'll go back out there in a bit, but I want to, because we need to grind more. But I want to check some of these other rooms and see if there are any items or anything we can get. Okay, yeah, this guy, we'll deal with that later. That's a little difficult, but it is very much vital. But yeah, remember, we're gonna go into that room later. No, I remember what that is. I do not want to mess with that.
Very well.
But we accomplished one of our goals. We got the prison key, we freed Goemon. He can get us more items and stuff. Let's do a little more grinding. You know, let's grind up. And, I was right. It was entirely worth it to come here. He refilled some of the treasure chests. Shuriken Barrage. That's gonna be incredibly useful. Genji
There's
Tabby.
something written here.
Never feared Goemon's here. Well, thanks, Goemon. You gave us extra equipment.
There's something written here.
And more money. There's a certain amount of money I know you need to beat this game, but I'm trying to remember how much it is. I think it's 6, if I remember right. But yeah, you need money if you're gonna want to beat this chapter. Please move, little ghost. I really don't want to talk to this lady.
The waters I command. Be at peace. The waters I command.
I take what is given, nothing else.
Phantom butterflies. Yeah, all of the techniques that Oboromaru learns are just really, really cool.
The waters I command. Be at peace.
And so, little bit by little bit, we will get ourselves to level 16. It really is helpful to do that, because if you don't, the fights that you do have to do can get really hard, because if you don't level up, Oboromaru is a very fragile character. And if you're wanting to beat the optional bosses for this chapter, yeah, grinding now really is your best bet.
The waters I command. Be at peace.
Yeah. This chapter's pretty cool. It really does have a beautiful aesthetic. I love the stealth mechanic. I love how each of the chapters is unique. So, it's actually possible to pinpoint when this chapter takes place historically. Or more accurately, it's possible to pinpoint when this chapter can't take place. There is one of the characters we'll meet. Because of who he is, it is possible to pinpoint this chapter as occurring before a very specific date. this chapter with Oboromaru, it has to take place before the 10th of December, 1867. So this chapter most likely takes place between the 1850s and the 1860s, for reasons that we will see later. As for the historical period of the Bakumatsu, which translates to the end of the Bakufu, and the Bakufu was the shogunate. Let me try to put this in context. So, you have the Warring States period, the Sengoku Jidai, a period known for inter-clan warfare. Throughout Japan, warlords are trying to unify the country by, you know, defeating other warlords. They're trying to, you know, sabotage each other, espionage, warfare. It's a very chaotic time. Out of that period came several warlords who would lead groups of samurai. They basically had kingdoms in and of themselves, fiefdoms basically. Three of the most well-known of the warlords would be Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Tokugawa, and Oda Nobunaga. And the three of them are fascinating characters in and of themselves. If I remember right, there's a bit of a short story about each of them is asked about a bird. And each of them is asked, what do you do if a bird does not sing? If I remember right, Tokugawa says, you know, hey, if the bird doesn't sing, you know, leave the bird alone. You can't force it to sing, because then the song wouldn't be beautiful. If I remember right, I think Hideyoshi says that you're supposed to like bribe the bird, because like Hideyoshi, he became powerful by doing a whole lot of trade. But Oda's answer is probably the most famous. Oda said, if the bird does not sing, you kill it. And in a lot of satirical cartoons in Japan, or at least one of them, it's like really old. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a super old anime, like crazy old. They portray Oda Nobunaga as a crow wearing a helmet and holding a flintlock pistol. Nobunaga was very quick to adopt firearms. We'll talk more about Nobunaga later, but yeah, the Bakumatsu period between 1853 and 1867. So we now have a very definitive time frame for when this chapter would have taken place. Again, it forced Japan to end its isolationist policies, which it had in place for several hundred years. It really threw Japan's social order for a loop. It truly was a revolution. So you had two sides, as I said before. You had the imperial nationalists, the Isshin Shishi, and you had the shogunate forces, which included the Shinsengumi. If you've ever watched Rurouni Kenshin, or read Rurouni Kenshin, or seen the film The Last Samurai, all of this should sound very familiar. So, even though the Shinsengumi and the Isshin Shishi were the most prominent groups, they weren't the only group. You also had some grassroots rebellions as well. You had and this will be familiar to people who have read/watched Rurouni Kenshin. You had the Seki Hotai, which they were a pro-imperial army. They wanted Meiji as emperor, but they also wanted to do like a whole bunch of tax reforms and social reforms for the common man. And some of those reforms and ideas they had wound up getting them in a whole lot of trouble, because the Seki Hotai, after the war, they were declared traitors for some of the reforms they wanted to do, and it did not go well for them. Really is a fascinating period in history, just all of the different things going on. It's pretty interesting as well, because the whole thing was kicked off by an American Commodore named Commodore Perry, who Perry came in with what's known as the Black Ships. Basically, he strolls on up to Japan and says, hey, open up your borders, we want to trade. And the Japanese were like, no! So Perry was like, oh, okay, if you don't want to trade, I will make you trade. And he ordered the ship to fire the cannons into the shore. And basically after that, the Japanese were like, oh no. The world is so much bigger than, you know, what we have going on. If we don't change things up soon, yeah, things are gonna get crazy. And crazy they got, because there was a big old war, and there was a lot of anti-Western sentiment at the time, which is understandable, I suppose. But it's interesting how this war kind of leads Japan into what it is now. There really is a lot of fascinating stuff that came out of this war. It's a super big part of Japanese history, and it really is cool, you know? It really is. Anyway, let's get back to grinding.
There's the bell.
The waters I command.
Be at peace. I take what is given, nothing else.
Halfway to level 8. No, not level 8, level 16. Also, the first Earth element attack we've seen in the game. Dust Veil.
Be at peace.
I hope if folks are watching out there, I hope they're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I really am trying to learn and improve with each one I do.
Be at peace.
I know there's a lot to learn, and you know, I'm hoping one day that you know, as I get better and all, I hope I remember what it was like to be at this point, you know, if I ever get there. Because it's important to remember everyone has to start somewhere, you know? Everyone has to start out somewhere. A lot of the like big streamers and big YouTube creators, you know, or even people that are just really skilled at something in general, it's easy to remember because you see a lot of their successes. But as my grandpa likes to say, and my grandpa is one of the smartest people I've ever known. My grandpa is my personal hero. He's my role model. My grandpa used to tell me that that what made an expert, what really made someone an expert, is that they have failed more times than you've even tried. So think about that. You know, if you're into like fighting game stuff, you know, if you like Daigo or Maximilian Dood, and you know, I'm not super into fighting games, but I admire both of those gentlemen. You know, they're great content creators and they're very skilled at their craft. You know, when you see Maximilian Dood fighting like God Rugal or whatever, or you watch you know, Daigo's famous Evo Moment 37, you might sit there and think, this guy's incredible. And they are incredible. But what you don't really see is that these guys spent years getting good at fighting games. They probably got thoroughly destroyed when they were initially learning these games. Because, I'll be honest, fighting games are... There's a lot going on with fighting games, with frame data and
There's the bell.
input delays and things like negative edge and you know, looking at like patch notes and stuff. Fighting games are some of the most complicated games out there. But I'm not gonna lie, fighting games are really cool. Or you get like music creators on YouTube, whether it be people doing like karaoke streams, or they're doing like remixes of songs. Like you have dudes like Silva Gunner or Larry Inc 64, who they'll get the sound files from games and they'll recreate songs. Like Larry Inc 64 has he has a version of Hey Bulldog by the Beatles that uses the Castlevania sound font. It's actually really cool. Or Silva Gunner, he has some of the most famous internet remixes of all time. He's a legend. Or you have the karaoke streams that are done. You have streamers like Inugami Korone. They'll do like streams singing anime or tokusatsu openings, you know? That's actually how I learned about VTubers. Was I happened to stumble the first instance I ever saw of a VTuber, at least as far as I remember it, was Inugami Korone doing a little karaoke thing where she sang the first opening to Kinnikuman, Man Go Fight. That was my first introduction to VTubers, really. But whether they're doing karaoke or whether they're creating their own music, there's a lot of effort that goes into that. There's a lot of effort that goes into, you know, singing, that goes into performing, that goes into playing a sport, or even creating like a persona, you know? Like, with me, it's like I have the idea in mind for who the Sauntering Spellcaster is. You know, he's a wandering illusionist who, you know, he goes around helping people. He, you know, does quests and stuff like that. And in his spare time, he's learning about, you know, stories and stuff. He's trying to expand what he's able to do with his illusions by learning about, you know, great stories. Because stories are inspirational and such. That's a pretty simple idea, but if I stick to it, I could make it something that really stands out. So, remember, every time you see something and it really impresses you, remember that the people who made it probably failed several times over before they got to the point they're at now. And even then, they probably have all kinds of mistakes and stuff that they have to learn from even now. When I was at jiu-jitsu yesterday, the instructor, he said something very interesting, actually. The best must continue to get better. It doesn't matter how good you are at something, there's always room to improve. Always. And it's important to remember that, because it'll keep you humble. And that goes a long way. Speaking of streaming, I hope to learn more about how streaming works. I've been thinking about making videos as well. I've been thinking, you know, not only do I want to play games, I'm thinking I could read books, because I love books. I also think it'd be cool to do like Duolingo streams, because I like learning languages, and if I were to stream it, not only is that creating content, which, you know, that's cool, but who knows, maybe folks would like it. It would give me a reason to try and make it more of a habit, you know, really sit down and try to learn more about how it works. And let's be honest, learning another language is it's a useful skill. I think it'd be cool. I hope that as I eventually, you know, get an audience, I hope that you can appreciate, you know, that I'm trying to get better little bit by little bit. Not just as a streamer, but as a person. Anyway, back to grinding.
Be at peace.
Speaking of getting things to improve streaming, I need to get a new keyboard because my keyboard's actually messed up. I wonder what kind of keyboard would work best. I bet I can look into that. Alright. Well, let's keep grinding.
Be at peace.
So, one of the things I noticed when I watched yesterday's stream, I don't know what causes this, because I'm still very new to this. It's probably something to do with the capture card, but I noticed that stuff would like flicker in and out. I don't know how to fix that, but I do plan on looking into it. I mean, I'm just starting out, so my equipment isn't, you know, crazy expensive. It's not the best, but it certainly works. And, you know, I don't want to break the bank. You know, I see it as an investment. Over time, as I get better, I can improve my equipment, as well as improve myself as a streamer. So, one of the things I would really want to do, because when I learned about this, I was like, oh, that's
I command.
great. Apparently, a lot of
Be at peace.
a lot of VTubers have a dual computer setup. Not a dual monitor setup, though I do have one of those. And someone helped me out with that, and I appreciate it greatly that they did so. But apparently they'll get like they'll get one of those PCs that are like built for gaming and streaming, one of those that's really powerful, and then they'll team it up with like a regular computer or another gaming computer, and that's how they're able to handle all of the hardware necessities of VTubing. Because apparently, you know, I have VRoid Studio, and I've fooled around with VRoid Studio. It's pretty cool. I made a model, but it's not anything particularly impressive. But I am happy that you know, I made my own little model, and I actually wanted to try VTubing. And I want to do it in the future when I learn more about it and maybe can get computers that are more powerful, because when I tried to do it, it did not turn out well. It was super choppy, the animation didn't really carry through, and you know, I did it at like the lowest possible settings, and it almost crashed my computer. The fact that I'm able to do this is honestly really cool, though. I'm happy that I'm able to do this, you know? You have to start somewhere, and you might as well enjoy it, you know? You might as well try to make the best of it. Because, you know, if you don't try to enjoy the journey, it's just gonna frustrate you that you're not where you want to be. And that's true of not just streaming, but life. I have a lot of frustrations myself with my own shortcomings. But I'm hoping that as I continue to grow as a person, as I try to understand the why behind why I do some of the things I do, I'm hoping that I'll be able to become a more, you know, integrated person, a more holistically healthy person. That's my goal. And who knows, maybe streaming might help me with that. So yeah, ain't that interesting to think about?
Be at peace. The waters I command. Be at peace.
I know I'm only really showing off one of the attacks. It's just because it's the most effective one against the Lost Souls. I really am trying to, as I grind, make this fun, because I get it, you know? Grinding can be boring at times, but I want to try and make the best of it. I really do. And we learn Wind Slash. Pretty cool. I'd like to think that the Wind Slash is an homage to Kama Itachi, which are pretty famous yokai. They're able to create pressurized blast of wind to cut people. Kama Itachi are a really interesting yokai because there are so many different interpretations of how they work. There's one interpretation of Kama Itachi is that they work as like a family. You have one that knocks people down, you have one that cuts people and saps their strength, and then you have one that applies medicine to the people they knock down, so, you know, they don't bleed out. And that's been an interpretation for a very long time with Kama Itachi. But there's also the interpretation that they're kind of like supernatural weasels that they have like scythe-like appendages, either in place of their hands or kind of like below their hands. You know, kind of like a talon of a bird in a sense. And they go out and you know, if you like trespass on their land and stuff, they use pressurized air to defend themselves. You know, they might be bandits, they might be feral kind of animals. Other times they're portrayed as like being intelligent. They're a pretty interesting yokai. I gotta admit, when yokai fascinate me. I love folklore creatures, and yokai are among some of my favorite folklore creatures. And I mean, I probably learned about yokai originally from Pokemon, because so many Pokemon are based off of yokai. And then as I got more into anime, you have series like Inuyasha, you have Yu Yu Hakusho, Hell Teacher Nube.
There's the bell.
You have Urusei Yatsura deals with a lot of yokai stuff. And then you have the granddaddy of yokai stuff when it comes to manga and anime. You have Kitaro. And if I were to ever go to Japan, two of the places I would want to go in Japan if I ever went there, I would want to go to Shigeru Mizuki Road, the the entire like town basically built around Gegege no Kitaro, because it's where Shigeru Mizuki grew up, and Kitaro basically put that town on the map as a tourist attraction. I would love to go there. It would be incredible, because Kitaro and its characters are just phenomenal. I love Kitaro. It's a magnificent series that I can recommend wholeheartedly to just about anyone. And the life of Shigeru Mizuki is a fascinating one. He grew up before World War II.
The waters I command.
He was a terrible student. He was a terrible student. But he had a talent for art that he cultivated since he was like 8 years old. The other thing he had was he had a grandmother figure named Nananba, who told him all of these like folklore tales about yokai, and he loved them. He loved hearing these stories from Nananba. So later on in his life, after World War II, where World War II was absolutely insane for him, he saw a lot of crazy stuff fighting in World War II. He would wind up getting his left arm blown off during a Allies air raid over Guam, over those like South Pacific islands. He got his arm blown off, and they didn't have like a doctor there. Like they had like a dentist there who basically did the amputation. And Mizuki had like maggots eating at the flesh that was rotting on the stump of what was his left arm. And he was told by like his superior officers or whatever, like, if you don't have the will to live, you're basically gonna die here. And you know, Mizuki was like, I am so determined to live, I'm going to eat like rubber hose and stuff to prove that I want to stay alive. Because Mizuki had like a really weird talent where he could eat just about anything. It's weird, but it's there. He like makes a really big point of it in his autobiographical works. But Mizuki losing his left arm, that was his dominant arm. And he was again, he was like a really poor student. He was like not a good student. He was a smart dude. He just had like terrible study habits. But he had to relearn how to draw with his non-dominant hand. And then he had to figure out after the war, because after the war a lot of Japan was like really messed up. Because, you know, it was a war. That's what wars kind of do. So during the Allied occupation of Japan, Mizuki is trying to figure out how he's going to make a living. And around this time, due in part to the inspiration of American soldiers leaving behind like Superman comics and stuff, you have a lot of Japanese guys who are like, hey, I can do this too. And one of the most prominent of those guys would be Osamu Tezuka, the godfather of manga, who would go on to create Astro Boy and Blackjack and Apollo's Song. Tezuka went on to make a whole bunch of stuff. Tezuka's a pretty interesting guy too. He also he wrote like an volume manga about the history of Buddha and about Buddhism. It's actually really well researched. It's very well done. But Mizuki, he you know, people looked at him and they were like, hey, you're a pretty good artist. Why don't you make your own comic? So he did. His first comic wasn't like super successful though. But then these guys at like a rental bookstore, which is like what he did. He like wrote comics that like people would rent at these bookstores. A friend of his was like, yo, there's this story that I think could really sell well about this kid who was born in a graveyard named Kitaro. And Mizuki made it. He made Hakuba Kitaro, which is it's like way more spooky intentionally than what he would later do with Gegege Kitaro. Hakuba Kitaro's not bad. It's actually pretty cool. But Kitaro in that isn't nearly as heroic as he is in Gegege no Kitaro. He's honestly really disturbing in Hakuba Kitaro. But he made it and it was decently successful, but he realized, wait a minute, kids aren't really that interested in it. And he was like, well, why? I mean, the character himself is interesting, yokai are super interesting. And then, after looking at some of the stuff Tezuka made, he had a realization. The art style he was making didn't appeal to children. So he changed up the art style, taking some degree of inspiration from Tezuka, but also keeping a lot of his own stylistic choices. He would create Kitaro. He created the lore behind Kitaro with, you know, Madaba Oyaji and Nezumi Otoko and Neko Musume and you know, the Sand Woman and Old Man Crybaby and Murakabe. He wound up coming up with like the lore for that, making comics, and it was a massive success. It was a huge success. And he would go on, when they made the first anime back in the 60s, he invited his parents to watch it, and after they watched it, they were like blown away by the fact that he took these stories he heard more or less from his grandmother and managed to make something out of that that became a staple of Japanese culture. I really think that's cool. Like, because the thing is, you know, a lot of these great creators that we think of, it's not that they're creating something entirely new from the ether. No, it's that they take ideas that have been around for a very long time and they remix them. They make it into something that's their own. Like, one of my favorite stories is the Chronicles of Narnia. I love the Chronicles of Narnia. Lewis didn't create everything originally from Narnia, but it feels like an original work because of what Lewis does with the material that he's given. I think that's cool, and I'm hoping that as I continue to do this, you know, maybe I can flesh out the lore behind the character and make a story of my own. I think that would be neat. I want to give that a shot. I really do. I hope you guys don't mind just me telling you guys about what inspires me, but I don't know. I just love sharing that kind of stuff with people. I just think it's neat. Okay, what level am I at currently? Okay, level 9. So, I want to get to level 10 or so before I head out and fight one of the first bosses of this chapter. And then after I beat that boss, I'll probably beat that boss and then come back over here to grind a little more. And there's some like other stuff that happens after you fight this particular boss that I'll have to be careful of, because otherwise I won't be able to get the no kill run. But I'm gonna try and get to level 10 and then advance the story a little more, you know? Because this chapter really has some cool bosses. I really like some of the bosses for this chapter.
The waters I command. Be at peace. the waters I command. Be at peace. I take what is given, nothing else.
Okay, level 10, Bloodlust. Alright, and you know, we're doing pretty good for ourselves. We got decent stats, we got some alright equipment. So I'm going to advance the story a little bit more, and well, I have kind of like a plan for this. Again, the big thing with this chapter is you want to be very careful. Because if you're going for the no-kill run, which I am going for, there are mistakes you can make that if you wind up making them, it sabotages the entire run and you have to start all over again. I don't want to make one of those mistakes, as you might imagine. But, you know, backtracking through this place isn't all that bad. It's a cool castle. The music's neat, the ambiance is neat. I'm not gonna lie, I love, these, like, folding doors and, the aesthetic of this place, you know? Oh, my kitty is wanting to see me. Hold on. Just hold on a little bit. I'm gonna flee from this guy, and then my kitty wants to say hi, audience. My kitty wants to say hi to the audience. Okay, hold on. Hey, kitty. Yeah, how you doing, kitty? You want to say hi to the audience? You want to say hi to the audience, kitty? Yeah. Say hi to the audience. You want to sit in my lap? You want to sit in my lap, kitty? Oh, you're a precious little kitty. Yes, you are. I love you. You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. I bet the audience is gonna love you. I know I love you. You're just a sweet little cat. Aww. Be careful with the wires though, kitty. Yeah. You'd be good at
There's
this,
the bell.
you know? You're super good at sneaking around. You're a cat. You're crazy good at just getting into places and getting out of places. You're just a purring machine, aren't you? You're a sweet little kitty. You like watching me play games, kitty? I hope so. Yeah. I love you, kitty. Yeah. Just sit in my lap and play some games. Aww. You're licking my hand and everything. You're so fluffy. I love you. You're such a sweet cat. She likes grooming my beard. She likes grooming my hair. Just like she'll like when I wake up or whatever, and like I open my bedroom door to, you know, go out and feed her and make myself food and all. One of the things she'll do, you know, just one of the first things she'll do when she sees me is she'll you know, she'll like jump on top of me and be like, I need to clean your beard. I just think it's cute, you know? She likes my beard and stuff. She's just a cute little cat. Oh, this is how you get here. I didn't even remember how you got all these items. Okay, I'm gonna save here though, because I don't know if this might be a trap. I don't think it is, but yeah. Take this sword. Take this shuriken. Hi, lady. Some
There's
money.
something written.
Oh, hey, Goemon left that money. Cool. Thank you, Goemon. And a rice ball. You are kinda eerily nonchalant about me just taking all these items right in front of you. But I'm not gonna press my luck. Okay. How do I need to figure out where I'm trying to go.
There's the bell.
Okay, password is river. It is very easy to get lost in this castle. I got lost so many times in this castle the first time I was playing this game. Okay. Okay. You having fun, kitty? I love this game. Okay, yeah, this is around where I need to be. Okay. Explore everything in this castle. Oh, hey, more battle items. Cool. Do you have anything in here? Oh, wait, no, that just goes back to where I was. Okay, if I remember right, if if I remember right, this lady's gonna like scream as I try to get by. Oh. No, that's very different. Lady, stop watching people get changed. I had to watch that dude earlier, like, spin that lady around, and that was weird. Stop it. Okay. Oh, hey, another hook and rope. Also, you are really bad at this. I just went in and stole your stuff right in front of you. Okay. So now we're back over here. I'm fairly sure I'm supposed to either go this way, or I need to go back where I was. Okay, that's just a trap. So I'm fairly sure I need to go over this way. Because I need to find where, I need to go to that room where that, puppet was. Okay. I need to find that, puppet. And you just heard my kitty, strumming on a art piece guitar that I was given by, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. The, lady screams when we come by, and,
Guards!
There he is!
Who's this?
yeah, and then this guy shows up. I don't, like, the guy who shows up is just a lunatic, but he winds up actually making it possible for us to actually complete the no-kill run. This chapter's kind of weird at times. I like it, though. Also, his name, Hanya Maru. A Hanya is basically a vengeful spirit, or like a demon in Japanese folklore. So, yeah, this guy basically just goes around acting like a demented psychopath, so I guess calling him a Hanya makes sense. Kitty, why are you chewing on the springs of my mic stand? Why do you do that?
In league with the enemy, are you? Surround him!
I know enough about samurai films to know not to surround a random old man who walks out with no fear at all. Also, do not engage the child in that room. Do not engage the child in that room. You will regret it if you do. Oh, the dude actually is wearing a Hanya mask. That's not his face. He's like wearing a mask. I never noticed that the first time I played this. But yeah, he's wearing a mask. He's actually wearing a Hanya mask. That's cool. Is there anything in here? No. I think I need to go up. Yeah, I needed to go up. Okay. Oh yeah, that's interesting. He's like wearing a Hanya mask. Okay, what's over this way? Because I haven't been either way. Mountain, river. Oh. Yeah, I get the password wrong every now and then. But that's okay, because we can deal with that. Aww. Aw, she's grooming my beard, sitting down, just chilling with me. Thank you, kitty. Is this a... Oh, okay, yeah, that is an entrance. Okay. Like I said, you want to check everything in this castle, more or less. Okay, yeah, this is the room I was thinking about, where, we have to deal with, all of these things.
I could tie a rope here to...
I know I have another hook and rope. There it is. Okay, good. But yeah, this is why I did some grinding. Because, these guys are super annoying if you don't. Okay, overpowering enemies. In some battles, groups of enemies may be led by a leader. By defeating this single foe, you can overpower the remaining ones and force them to retreat. You see that puppet-looking dude? If we shuriken barrage him, as we were shown in the thing. Oh, that's right, you have to...
A counterattack.
You have to defeat, the dudes first. You have to defeat some of the dudes so your shurikens will actually hit first. Okay. Well, we got plenty of healing items, so might as well use them.
This will do.
Thank you, Castella Cake. Is there an attack we can use to act? Okay, we can. We just gotta be careful. Yeah! Phantom Butterflies is such a cool attack. I have a personal affinity for butterflies. When I was young, people compared me to a caterpillar, so butterflies have kind of been butterflies have always been something that's been very near and dear to my heart. I love butterflies. They're beautiful creatures. Okay. And let's save just to be safe. And there's another one of these. Shuriken Barrage.
There.
you miss an explosion? Well, I'll take it. I mean, I don't want to get exploded, but seriously, how did he miss there?
I have you. Be at peace.
So, these clockwork puppets. There actually are clockwork puppets in Japanese art. I honestly think they're really neat. I'm gonna look up what they're called real quick, because they're really cool.
There's the bell.
Okay, so Karakuri Ninyo. They're Japanese, like, clockwork puppets. Japan and their history with automation really is fascinating, because when it comes to Japan, they've done a lot with robotics. They're industry leaders in robotics in a lot of ways, but yeah, rooted in Chinese clockwork mechanisms that the Japanese got from Korea, Karakuri Ninyo are pretty neat. They were used for ritual festivals. They were used for puppet shows. They and they were enjoyed by like everybody. Like the emperor would see some of these shows, like everyday people would see these puppet shows. That's pretty cool. And because, you know, the clockwork animated the puppet, it was kind of like the puppet had a life of its own. That's kind of cool, you know? I really do think that's neat. It's also interesting that with their, you know, clockwork mechanisms, they would wind up doing very interesting gestures that have kind of become staples in like various Japanese theater, like No and Bunraku and Kabuki theater. So that's kind of cool. The first karakuri play, or at least one of the most famous ones, apparently was performed in Osaka in 1662. And the theater that ran them in Dotonbori, Osaka, they did 27 puppet plays a day. That's a lot of puppet plays. That's honestly really cool that they were that popular. I didn't know that. That's half the fun of playing games sometimes, is that it can teach you really cool stuff. I didn't know any of that. But another one of the clockwork puppets was known as the Zashiki Karakuri, And they basically were like little household servants. That's kind of cool, you know? They were kind of like a Roomba. Like a little clockwork Roomba. That honestly sounds adorable. Little clockwork puppet. That sounds cute. They could even be steam powered. Oh, that is so cool. I didn't know that. They even had some that served tea called the Chahabi Ningyo. Oh, they would serve tea. That's so cool. You'd put the little teacup on the tray, and by loading the spring, the doll would roll over and it would stop when they took the teacup. That is so cool. I had no idea. Oh, that is so neat. I am so happy I decided to look into this. This is so cool. It would even like move its feet and nod as it moved. That's so cute. That's adorable. Oh, that's cool. There was another one known as the Yumihiki Doji, which it would pick up an arrow and it would shoot it with a bow. That's cool. That is so cool. And it was only programmed using gears, but it could apparently hit a target 9 times out of 10. Wow. Wow, that really is cool. Technology really is amazing. The human mind and the capability for, you know, rational thought really is cool. I am so happy I looked into that. Now we all learned something new. You learn something new every day if you aren't careful, as my grandpa likes to say. Oh,
There's
okay.
something written
Armor.
here.
Thank you, Goemon. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember these dudes. These are the statue dudes. Yeah, I need to defeat this one. Good job. Oh yeah, I remember these ones as well. These are the ones where, see all the candles? There's like a ton of candles. Well, remember, we can create water tiles. So the thing you want to do is you want to put out a bunch of these candles. Okay. So, you know, you set the tiles down and you're trying to destroy as many of these candles as possible, because that's how you actually beat these things. water tiles over time will actually damage the statues. Okay. Castella kick, go.
This will do.
Good job, Obermar. And another water spout. Can I hit all of you? I can. Okay, good. You like watching the game, kitty? You like watching me play the game? Yeah. I like playing games. Thank you for being such a good kitty. You are a good kitty and I love you. And I'm so glad you're in my life. And you know what, audience? I'm glad you're in my life too. Thank you. Ow! Also, that's actually an attack we get later. So that's cool.
This will do.
But yeah, we just need to wait for the water damage to defeat the candles. Ow! That is a lot of damage. I gotta be careful, I don't wanna die. Okay, water spout. Okay. And that knocked one of them away, but that's okay, because we can deal with that, but... Oh. That's a lot of damage. It's a good thing we grinded, otherwise we would definitely be dead and we wouldn't be able to hurt these things.
This will do.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said Orochimaru was fragile. Hey. Wait, I thought I absorbed water tiles. I'm confused. I thought I absorbed those. Okay, now we wait. Yep. I'm on. Ow. But it's okay because I win. Will you please take damage?
Be at peace.
Okay, good. Also, I learned Phoenix Call, and I didn't even have to level up to do it. I guess because I survived the attack, they just give it to me? I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. But hey, we learned it, so that's cool. You know what? Let's look at the attacks we got so far. Shadow Slash, Cross Flare, Firefly's Wake, Water Spout. Firefall. Wield Shinobi Fire Arts to bathe surrounding enemies in flame. Damage medium. Poison Mist. Released a burst of choking mist to poison surrounding enemies. Damage is low, but hey, you get to poison enemies and you lower one of their stats, so that's helpful. Shuriken Barrage, we've seen this. It's directional, it's 6 hits, it's pretty useful. Phantom Butterflies, wield Shinobi Wind Arts to conjure a host of poisonous butterflies to lull enemies to sleep. Yeah, It does really good damage. If things survive, they might be put to sleep or be poisoned. Honestly, as an illusionist with my character, I could see myself doing something like this. This fits, like, right up an illusionist alley with something like Phantasmal Force. This is cool. I like this. Dustveil. Wield Shinobi Earth Arts to conjure swirling vortexes to bind and weaken enemies. Oboromaru also has attacks that just hit a whole bunch of times. And it can bind the feet and it can lower stats. So yeah, Oboromaru has he has a lot going for him. Wind Slash, wield Shinobi Wind Arts to propel a blade of concentrated airflow towards an enemy. High damage, and it really can mess up an enemy's defense. So, pretty cool. Bloodlust. Drain the vitality of an enemy and claim it for your own with a forbidden art. You heal yourself and you lower enemy stats. Oboromaru, he can apply a lot of debuffs. He's able to create tiles. He has elemental affinities for days. Oboromaru he's got a lot going for him. I like him. Phoenix Call. Wield Shinobi Fire Arts to summon a host of Raging Phoenix to torment enemies. Damage massive. And you saw that it has a pretty big range. Also, yes, Phoenix is the plural of Phoenix. So that's interesting. I want to take all of these guys out just so it doesn't become a problem later. And more of this. Well, so be it.
The waters I command.
Okay. Okay, Firefall, fine. Use another water spout, take out the candles. Thank you, kitty. Oh no. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, we take those. Oh, but we might not be able to take that. And we did. Okay, ow. Izanagi Scroll, okay, that's a moderate amount of HP. I have a fair amount of them. Rice Ball Go.
This will do.
And they're in the water tile, so they'll take damage. And this will boost our stats. Okay.
The waters I command.
A ridiculously high range of effects for their attacks. So I gotta be careful. Also, I thought I absorbed water tiles, but I guess not. But at least they put out fires, which is pretty useful. Another rice ball.
This will do.
Man, I just used up all of my rice balls.
This will do.
I mean, I'm gonna be okay. It's worth it, but man, this is the only way you can hurt them, by the way. Just wait for them to take damage from the water. I am so grateful that you missed. Please just take damage already. Yes, finally. Those guys can get kind of annoying. This is why I save after every fight, more or less, in this chapter. Okay, it's another one of these, so this won't be as difficult. Wind slash.
Rest.
Good job, Oberamara. Wind slash, and then we can wind slash the puppet guy.
Counterattack. I know your mind.
All right.
Be at peace.
Good job, Oberamara. Aw, thank you, kitty. I'm very happy that you're in my life.
Be at peace.
Alright, and with that, this room is finally cleared out of enemies. Aye. That makes things much easier for later. Okay. And I'm fairly sure this is the door I was actually thinking of. So, save the game, go on through here.
Why? Hello there.
Hi. You know, you sound like that guy from the beginning who said he was gonna peel a dude's skin off and then replace him with components.
My. You're quite a ways from home, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very far away from home. I'm kind of on a mission here.
You must be tired after such a long journey. Would you stop and have a cup of tea with me? Come now, come now! Have a seat on the cushion there and relax.
Yeah, I'm not having tea with a guy who says relax that way. You are just way too insistent on me having this tea for me to actually relax. I don't trust you.
Wait. There's no need to hurry off. Your tea will be ready in but a moment. So sit down.
That sounds like a threat.
Well. Looks like there's no fooling you, is there?
To be honest, you were really bad at this.
So right threw me in my little trap, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah, I did.
There. I've gone and disabled it.
I still don't trust you.
You may rest easy in the knowledge you will not fall to your doom.
I don't trust you.
Go on, sit yourself down.
No, I'm not gonna sit down. I don't trust you.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
No, I don't trust you.
Not one bit.
My. There really is no fooling you, is there?
Okay, hang on. Someone is really insistent on calling me, so I'm gonna take this call and then I'll be back to streaming, okay? Just let me take this call real quick. Oh, I am back. That was one of the instructors at the place I do jiu-jitsu. He was asking me about getting a new gi. He needed to know my size, so I let him know the size, and I got a new gi, so that's cool. Anyway, back to the game.
You've well and truly seen through my ruse.
You didn't have much of a ruse to see through.
So it goes. Anyway, your tea's ready. Do tell me, though, and be honest. Have you enjoyed playing with my many puppets and contraptions?
To be honest, no. They've been really annoying.
They're not all traps, you know. Take this beautifully crafted body of mine, for instance. A work to rival God's own, if I do say so myself!
Bold of you. Okay, if you're doing the, if you are trying to do the run where you're not trying to kill anyone, you have to destroy all of the electrodes. You have to. If you don't, you cannot do the no-kill run. It is impossible. So you have to take the electrodes out.
I know your mind.
And there we go.
You have no idea what brilliant plans I have in store for you!
You are super creepy. Like, you are super creepy.
Even Sam has suffice.
Look how he spins!
Thank you for turning your back to me. I can do more damage to you now.
It's been a while since I've had to rack my brain like this! I dare say you've inspired me! Behold the power of a Gende generator!
Fear the wind's fight.
This body of mine's still raring to go. Just you.
Be at peace.
Huh?
And we get the mainspring after defeating Clockwork Genai. The mainspring is vital to the no-kill run. You absolutely need this thing. And I suppose you need to kill the electrodes because otherwise you're not going to be able to get into a specific room, and if you can't get into that room, the run becomes impossible.
Dear God! My cocks won't stop spinning! Stop them before it's too late, please!
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But yeah, that's Clockwork Genai defeated. Oh. Ah. I want to backtrack some more just to see if I can pull off what I need to be able to do later. Okay, I have 5 Koban. I'm fairly sure I need 6 to actually do what I need to do. So, hold on a sec. I need to see if I can find another Koban. But, yeah, the trap's no longer there because he's dead. Okay. So, this right here, this little, slot, you have to put money into this slot, otherwise, otherwise you won't be able to go through,
There's the bell.
that door. But you also need money to get out of, that room once you get in. And if you don't have enough money, you will soft lock yourself. So I want to be sure that I have enough, because I really don't want to soft lock myself. Okay. And I'm fairly sure that with Clockwork Genai now dead, we don't have to worry about any of the traps or contraptions anymore. So that is really helpful. We're also going to need to grind a little more because we have some other bosses that I want to fight. Did we go this way? Okay, I don't think we went this way. Okay, let's go this way because we haven't gone this way. Right. Genji
There's something
helm.
written here.
Thanks, Goemon. And look at that, we got a full set of Genji equipment. At least I'm fairly sure that's the full set. I don't think there's a Genji armband, but I don't know. It has been a while since I have actually played this game. Hook and rope. That's convenient. There
I could tie a
we
rope here.
go. Hook and rope, hook and rope, hook and rope. Good. That will make things easier. Okay. So that takes us back where we were. So what happens if we go this way? Is there anything over here? There is. Okay, this is over by that area.
There's the bell.
But yeah, see? No more traps. Ain't that convenient? Okay, wait. I think I know where I need to go. I need to get back to I need to get back to the storehouse. Not where you grind, but the other place that the storehouse key unlocks. Because I think Goemon refills that treasure chest and there's money inside. Leave it
Very
alone,
well.
it's fine. Okay. Have I gone by this way? I'm fairly sure I have, but yeah, I think this is where I need to go. Or not? Okay, this is just the room with all the ladies. So, it's not there. Okay, wait, hold up.
I will not be fooled.
There's the bell.
Okay, so that didn't do anything, but let's see if over here they actually have it. No, I guess not. Do I have enough money? I don't remember. I really don't want to soft lock myself. I hope I didn't mess the run up, because I really don't want to have to redo all of it. That would not be fun. Okay. Leave me alone. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, don't worry. Like I said, there's just a lot of moving parts. Okay. What about you? Wow, you really didn't help. I really hoped you would give me money, but you're not. Well, let's keep exploring and see if there's anything we can do. That's just the storehouse. I might just have to advance the story a little more. That's certainly possible, but I don't know. Yeah, this is one of the longest chapters in the entire game just because of all of the backtracking you have to do. I don't really mind, it's just there's a lot of moving parts to this chapter. There really are. It's a super cool chapter though, I genuinely love this chapter. I love all the chapters in this game, it's just a super well done game.
There's the bell.
But yeah, it's not over there. This is where you grind. I don't think it's over here, but it is worthwhile to grind though. I really hope I didn't accidentally softlock myself out of the no-kill run. I really hope that's not the case. Oh, okay, I just looked it up. I actually do have enough money. I am so happy that's the case. I would have been very, very sad if I accidentally soft blocked myself. Oh. Anyhow, I guess we'll do a little more grinding. I'm probably gonna have to eat in a bit though, so we've made a fair deal of progress. We beat Genai, and I know how to progress the game from here. So I think I'll beat these ghosts, and then next time...
Be at peace.
Next time I might try and finish the chapter, you know, grind up to level 16, beat the rest of the bosses, and then try and finish up the chapter. That sounds pretty good to me. That sounds pretty good to me. Ooh. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. Let's level up one more time, and then I think I might just end the stream and get myself some food and all. I want to thank everyone again for
There's the bell.
you know, just taking the time out of your day to, you know, watch what I'm doing. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
The waters I command. Be at peace. I take what is given, nothing
And we
else.
level up again, and we learn Winter's Chill. Pretty cool attack. Also, yeah, our speed and our special attack are crazy high as Oboromaru. Whew. Once again, I want to thank you all for dropping on by. Really has been great. I want to say thank you. And next time we'll try and finish up this chapter. We'll learn a little bit more about Japanese history. And hopefully it'll be a fun time. Thank you.